Today, we're talking about the future of Amazon, looking at its Q4 2020 earnings and examining the possible direction that Amazon is headed. Hey everybody, welcome back to Dollars and Cents, helping you make sense of making dollars. Remember, if you enjoy this informational investing content, to hit the like button and subscribe. So with that, let's get right into it. By now, everyone has hopefully heard that Jeff Bezos is stepping down as CEO of the tech giant. After 27 years, Bezos has opted to turn the reins over to Andy Jassy, the head of AWS, or Amazon Web Services. Jassy joined Amazon in 1997 after graduating from Harvard Business School. Think about it, that's 24 years. He helped found Amazon Web Services in 2006 and was appointed head of AWS in 2016. In Q3 of 2021, Jassy will transition into role of CEO of Amazon. As head of AWS, Jassy has had an incredible run, growing it into a $12.7 billion business as of its most recent earnings release. While this only represents 10% of Amazon's total sales, that $12.7 billion makes up a whopping 52% of Amazon's operating income. AWS accounts for about 33% of the total cloud infrastructure market as well. That's a huge lead over Microsoft Azure at roughly 18%, and over Google Cloud at 9%. Also, thanks to Jassy, some of the biggest names in tech, such as Snowflake, Slack, and Pinterest, also use Amazon Web Services. Bezos' retirement comes as Amazon wraps up its most successful year to date in 2020, with profits topping $100 billion for Q4 of 2020 alone. Add to that number the first 3 quarters for 2020, and Amazon made an astronomical $350 billion, with Amazon dominating the tech space at its personal height. Now is probably the best time for Bezos to retire. Though he won't be CEO anymore, rescinding himself from Amazon's daily operations, Bezos will stay on the board in an executive chair role and be involved in big decisions moving forward. According to his statements, Bezos wants to focus on his foray into space exploration Blue Origin and other projects. And to draw an interesting parallel, let's rewind to 2014, when Satya Nadella transitioned from head of Microsoft's Azure team, which is also in the cloud market, to the role of CEO. This move proved to be a great decision. Nadella turned out to be an excellent leader and navigated the company to a record-shattering quarter of its own. In regards to Amazon and Jassy's transition into CEO, this could be an excellent move that propels Amazon even further. Moving into 2021 with Amazon's leadership change, multiple analysts estimate that Amazon's stock could rise as high as $5,200 per share. In the company's most recently released earnings report, Amazon saw record sales growth, bolstered by an unexpectedly big holiday season that saw over 1 billion packages and $4.8 billion in sales in just 2 days, an increase of over 60% of 2019. I think this change also introduces the possibility of Amazon transitioning away from being a company wholly focused on growth to possibly becoming more of a high-growth value stock, much in the same way that Apple and Microsoft are. I also think that it's likely Amazon will go through a stock split for much the same reason that Apple did, to make the stock more accessible to a broader base of investors. The last thing I hope to see for the future is that Amazon starts to pay a dividend. I mean, they certainly have the cash to do it. We're talking a massive $68.4 billion in cash just lying around. This is up from $55 billion in 2019, and that number has been growing at an appreciable rate over the last 5 years. Of course, I think it's just as likely that we'll see Amazon continue its path of extreme growth. I've linked an article from the New York Times in the description that you might find interesting. It suggests that Andy Jassy is a quote-unquote brain double for Jeff Bezos, and this could very well mean that Jassy is likely to continue a lot of Bezos' ideas for Amazon. Given Jassy's history with Amazon Web Services, transforming the platform into a behemoth of a cloud services provider, I think Amazon is still certainly in good hands. No matter the direction Amazon chooses under Jassy, I believe it's a solid investment. Of course, I'm no expert, and while I believe it's unlikely Amazon will be going away anytime soon, you really never know what the future holds. Even the bald-headed man himself said that one day he believes that the company will fail. It's just his job to delay it as long as possible. Yet, who knows? The future is still unwritten. With that, I hope you all enjoyed this video. This will most likely be my last Friday video for the foreseeable future, as I want to focus more time on making my Monday videos better. With that being said, I hope to see all of you in the next episode of Dollars and Cents.